Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Hopefully this one's a little bit more cohesive. Wasn't really feeling that great the last couple of days. So my blood sugar this morning, I'm already at 20.1 with 2 arrows. Can't seem to win lately. Last night before bed, I was over 30. I can't really figure out why. This video is for the people who are actually trying to control their blood sugars. And aren't. Sorry, it's not for those people. It's why don't people just want to control their blood sugars? And this is a little bit of an experiment. I told the story of going to my doctor and typing out all my blood sugars because I had them on little slips of paper. Got a brand new typewriter and I typed it all out and took it to him, and he pretty well said, "No, you're just putting figures in here." And I walked away saying, I don't want to go to the doctors again. I think it was my rebellion saying, I don't want to have to control this anymore. I don't want to be different. And I just kind of took off from there. For myself, yeah, I think I may have used it as an excuse. Pure and simple. I didn't want to have to take the extra time. I mean, I took my insulin because I knew I'd feel crappy. I would get sick, I would go into the hospital. Oh yes, I'm following everything. And then would come out of the hospital and I was feeling great. I had energy, and you say, I'm gonna keep doing things. I'm gonna do things right, and you're fine until you hit that first roadblock. Oh, I forgot to take my insulin. And at no point was it in my mind, well, it happened, you learn from it, and you move on. It was sort of like, oh, well, nothing really happened, so I'm going to keep on doing this. I could get away with just doing that. And for a long time, I think that's what my brain was thinking. I think the first sort of wake up, like an early wake up, the type where you say, just 5 minutes more, was when I developed retinopathy and had to go in for lasers. And it hurt. And I didn't want anything like that again. And even cataracts. And that cataracts were just last year, and it was, oh, well, I gotta get things right under control again. Even though cataracts really didn't have much to do with diabetes control. But I think you get it. Oh, this happened, and nothing really bad happened. I think I could continue on. That's sort of the worst thing you can do. And I'll say this to young diabetics, and I can see their mind working. Oh, well, yeah, I'm young. It won't happen to me. I wish there was a way that we could really emphasize tight control is the best. The problem is, some of us are a little slow to wake up to this. And we find that when we want tight control, we may be a little bit too far gone. Oh, sorry, HEI. So, when you're dealing with your son or daughter and they are having a difficult time, slow down, find out what's going on, and help them to develop a strong routine. Oh, sorry, my arm's in way today. What I do really sort of notice, it's TV plays a role, and sort of like any bad habit people keep doing, like drinking too much. How many times have we seen television where someone gets drunk and it's all done in laughs, and the next day the person's fine? That sort of sinks in too. Having diabetes sucks and it's terrible, but it's something we have to live with. And you can't sort of pick and choose what parts you want to follow and what parts you don't. That what kind of gets me really upset when I watch YouTube videos, let's say, and they come up and they say, there is a cure for type 1 diabetes, but big pharmaceutical doesn't want you to know, or doctors don't want you to know because they just want to make money. There's a number of other diseases out there where doctors will be able to see patients. You're not their only patient. And why? Should they give us that mentality that, oh, things, what am I trying to say? That, oh, just eating raspberries will solve your diabetes. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I'm just pulling a fruit out. I think blueberries and I think strawberries, and they may have some positive effects, but that doesn't mean that's the only effect. Medication still plays a role. Glucose control plays a role. But everyone just sits there and says, oh, well, if I just do this, my blood sugars will be better. And we always look for the easy route. That's not life, guys. I hate to tell you that. That is not a life skill. As humans, we always try to find the easiest way. If we didn't, we wouldn't have inventions all the time. You want to keep your blood sugars under control. You want to follow your doctor's medication device, or not device, but knowledge. Utilize it. If you have any thoughts on how things could be better for yourself, talk it over with the doctor. He or she will come up with medical reasons why and not. And I know I've had a number of ideas struck down, but they've always given me why. And there's been a few times where, okay, Mike, we'll do it. We'll see what happens with it. So, when you're dealing with your teenage son or your daughter, and they really aren't wanting to do control, part of it could be laziness. Part of it could be an embedded genetic code where we always want to find the easiest way. They don't want to be different. Why, my friends don't have to do it. Why do I? And I kind of like the old saying, and I don't know where this saying came from, was God only hands out challenges to those who can accomplish them. Yeah, it's a lot of words, but be careful. Work with your son's or daughter's pediatrician to come up with plans that they can do. And find out, well, why are you forgetting your insulin? Why aren't you testing? And work backwards and find, hey, well, we could do this, you could do that. Hey, you can wear a CGM, which does the testing for you. But don't just leave it, because as they grow, things will set into a pattern. Anyway, I hope this helped today. Have a great day. We'll talk later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.